It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the American, the South Florida Bulls, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The returner will field it and bring it back. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the USF Bulls offense will have the first crack at it in this one. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Hard running there. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Wolverines offense will go to work for the first time today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
The Wolverines come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Grab near the marker, it's McCulley. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Escapes trouble. And the Bulls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Brown wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Isaac. And they're able to get him down.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage. And one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Finds the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Fires the pass. Intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the top. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the gun, running back on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Snagged in the middle, it's Isaac. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Fires to the tight end.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They'll go back to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Third and short now from their own 48. Brown will throw it. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, this isn't the start this guy envisioned. We're only in the first quarter, and already this guy has 2 drops in the game. He's got to get his mind right.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Here's the handoff. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes and gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Bulls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Brown wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. He had him on the crossing route, and he dropped it. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That's caught. It's more. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The give to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Off the play fake. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Got him downfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Wolverines getting set on first and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires a strike. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. First and 10, they're down to the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. They'll toss it to the left. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Wolverines line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Touchdown, Michigan! Michigan. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So first down here as they go back to work. Leaves it with the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The Bulls in the hurry up. Brown will throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The inside handoff. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Bulls line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Marshall. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
He'll keep it himself. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here, and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, it's frustrating for this offense as well because they've got the horses. They've got playmakers to light this scoreboard up, much more than the 3 points we're seeing here. I think you just got to stay true to yourself, do you, David, and know that the points are going to come.
Well, it's also frustrating when the defense is giving up points almost every single possession. So they need to score here and take this down and have a good drive, and then the defense needs to pull their weight a little bit too.
Brown wants to pass. Finds a man in the middle. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation.
Turning it on! Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bulls headed quickly to the line. Gonna run it. It's Norton. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get...
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Bulls.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. To the air, it's Underwood. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Underneath toast to coverage, got it deep downfield.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Still running at the 40. Wide open spaces. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. From the red zone, looking for a man. It's complete to the right. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got his man. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. Finds his big tight end. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Brown will throw it. They're working that left side. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it.
Oh, he's got some space.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Bulls will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's McCulley. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. It's complete. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The Bulls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Brown wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Bulls will hustle to the line.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know.
Oh, a lot of space. At the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulls.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Simpson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together. On the run, it's Haynes. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This will likely be the last play of the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Finds his man. It's McCulley. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again, this time a 43-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, 1 half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Ann Arbor. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
The Bulls will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Rides the back and leaves it. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Marsh. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Off-play action on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Marshall. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. That last completion sets him up on second down. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The option look. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the punishment has been extended.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Isaac. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They'll run it from the gun. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And off from the shotgun. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Brown will throw it. Back open in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. He's got it, 1st down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Bulls will have it 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on 1st down. Quick strike complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going.
Touchdown, South Florida. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Brown wants to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the 2-point conversion.
He'll bring it out. It's Simpson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Fires to the right. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And the Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run, a pickup of 6. The Bulls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
On the ground, it's Norton. He breaks a tackle.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Brown will throw it. Finds his back in the middle. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Big guy smells it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Looking for the score. Touchdown, USF. Quick strike through the air for the score. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the middle. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. That's reeled in. It's Morgan. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Morgan. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
To throw, it's Underwood. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it in stride at the 15. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Michigan.
Salt into a wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. From the gun, running back gets to give. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. So here comes the Michigan offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. There he goes. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Handoff from the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. He's got it on the move. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He'll go to the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's...
Touchdown, Wolverines! And the beatdown has ensued. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be.
Turning it on. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And the Bulls want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw. It's Underwood. Makes the catch. It's Morgan. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Morgan. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Turns it loose deep. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Wolverines are rolling down the field. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And the Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Rides the back on the option, the give. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And they've converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but a third and long is a different animal. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Quickly complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the...
It's a fumble! Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
This offense has it with really good field position. He'll do it himself. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
They'll run it from the gun. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. The Wolverines are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got enough space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Fielded in the end zone, it's Alexis. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Brown wants to pass. quickly complete. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win.